John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. And now, from Warner Brothers Studios, here's Rove McManus.
Bing, bang, boom! And to you, a good day. You're excited. Why are you excited? This is why you're excited. I'm gonna hug you. You know that. Thank you so much. You're the greatest people in the world. It's true. Deal with it. What? What? Are you kidding me? Holy cow, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I could not be more excited on the couch tonight. Two absolute superstars reunited for our humble little show. Olivia Newton-John, John Travolta. What? I'm waiting for the moment they realise they're on a far less more important show. A far less more important? Is that even proper English talking mouth? Now, I have to admit, when I found out that these two were going to be on the show together, I got chills. And as we speak, they are multiplying. I mean, because the power that you are supplying, it's... what's the word? Electrifying! Did I get it right? Did I get it right? And when I say it's electrifying, I mean that in the literal sense. Like, the aura that you have is actually powering the entire studio, so you're saving us a fortune in overheads. Thank you very much. Also, on the show this week, I was wandering around the Warner Brothers lot and discovered Foley artists. Now, if you don't know what a Foley artist is, these are the people who make sound effects for film and television. The reason they do this is because regular sounds, everyday sounds, are terribly underwhelming. For example, like if this was me just walking along, right? Which it is. Don't freak out. Don't really hear anything. Bit dull. I've got a nice little strut going on. Oh, yeah. But if you did it again with the help of a Foley artist, I could walk like a giant. Which is a bit... I mean, that's obviously not very realistic, so you do something a bit more realistic, like walking through a field of ducks. Good one, nicely done. Very nicely done, wherever you sit, audio person. So I met up with the Foley artists, and here's a little sneak peek of what they do. So if you're watching this right now, close your eyes and imagine that a dog is running across your floor. Right, Rove. Oh my God, it was like it was right there. It was like it was right there. It's like it walked up to you and said, I love you in dog language. That's how the magic of Foley works. It's a lot to get through. Let's meet our guests. There's a motorbike there. Oh. Are you kidding? They don't need an introduction. John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. What is happening? This is crazy. Thank you very much for doing this.
You're very welcome. And you know what was very funny about your introduction?
Everything?
Everything. I once did that to my pilot. I asked him, he had a flu, and he was getting over it. And I said, well, did you have chills when you had your flu? And he said, a little bit. I said, well, did they multiply? And he said, a little bit. I said, well, this power, was it electrifying? He said, no. I said, Patrick, do you not know what song I'm referring to? He said,
Do you know what? I would not normally lead with an audience suggestion box question this early, but it seems very appropriate. Ellie from Melbourne. Now, of course, these are the members of the audience. While they're waiting to come in, they just put little questions, suggestions for the show while they're waiting outside. And Ellie wants to know, John, can your voice still go that high for electrifying?
Do you want me to demonstrate?
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't injure yourself. Do not. I don't want something to
There's
prolapse.
variations of it. So, I mean, to be completely honest, Olivia was twisting my hand at the time, and John Farrar, the producer, was doing gestures to get me going there. So I don't know if I could still.
I can squeeze your hand again.
Yeah, try it, try it. It's electrifying.
There we go. It's great to have you guys here because I get to see you every so often at little events and things like that. But the first time either of you were on my old show, 2002 for you, Olivia.
Wow.
Ready for this, JT? 2001. Do you remember that? With Hugh Jackman?
Yes.
Yes, of course. A memorable moment. Before you two met each other, were you aware of what you had done? Were you aware of each other's work history?
Were you aware of me?
Yeah, I know about
You were totally famous.
Yeah, well, I loved Olivia's first album cover, where she's with her jean shirt and bright blue eyes.
You mean this one?
Yes.
Is that it?
That's right. And I fell in love with her, but it also inspired me to do something similar on my first album cover.
I have that too.
Oh, really? This is cool.
So let's see. We've got
Not the back part of it, but
we've got the beautiful. Look, I'm standing thinking about trees.
Still happens.
I'm thinking about trees too.
Look at that face. Oh.
That's so cool.
And if you look at James Taylor's first album, it's pretty much like the both of those.
Is that all anyone was doing back then?
Kind of. We're all copying each other.
Now, having seen this, Olivia, is the back of your album anything like this one?
Well.
Hang on a second.
I don't think you should turn it over.
That's confronting. So then, how was it that you did get together? Like, was it through the music, or was it through auditioning for Grease?
It was through Grease because...
Auditioning for Grease?
Yeah, I was nervous about doing the movie because I was all of 29 and was worried if I could play 17. And I'd made a movie in England that was pretty bad and my music career was doing well and I didn't want to jeopardise it. So I was kind of anxious about it. So I wanted to meet John. And of course, when I met him, it was fantastic.
She fell in love.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted her to do. I wanted to seduce her into this movie. And I said, well, you know, you don't have to do it, obviously, but if you wouldn't mind doing a screen test and seeing for yourself if you think you could do it. And she said, well, you know, that's fair.
I wanted to do a screen test.
And then she saw the screen test and liked herself. And
I liked us together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that's good.
Yeah. But I had convinced the studio that there was only one person in the world to ever play Sandy Dombrowski, and that was Olivia.
Good choice.
And I had.
Isn't that nice?
Now, with Sandy, was the accent ever going to be an issue? Because obviously they changed her to be Australian.
Yes, because that was another thing. I mean, I was the reluctant Sandy, seriously. And first of all, I was nervous to play it. Then I went, oh, I don't know if I can play because I don't think I can do a very authentic American accent. So they rewrote me to be an Aussie, which was great for Australia.
More effective,
and great
actually.
for me.
Yeah.
And then it changed the story that I decided to stay in America, and that's why we didn't know I was still there, and it worked.
See, I thought you were going back to Australia. That's how you do it. That's how it makes sense. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Now, when the movie came out, obviously there was such a huge hit, and then people like me, I think, really liked the idea of you two being a couple. Was it something that people thought about? Did they try to go, maybe you two should get out and just hang out together?
Well, they didn't have to. That's what we wanted to do, just hang out together.
Because there's a photo here that we found from 1978, I think it was, of you guys out and about. Look at that.
Oh, my goodness.
Two fantastic mains going on.
That was a party.
That's great.
That was the opening party, I think, in New York.
But, like, do studio people sit there going, you know, it's good for a bit of mystery to have people thinking that you're together or anything like that?
I don't think so.
No, those days were over. You either were or you weren't.
Well, that's a real shame. Well, because I just lost a bet. Well, look, we're going to take a break.
Let's do it over again. You can do the bit.
No!
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I knew it! You owe me money, mystery person. OK, we're going to take a break, but when we come back, Barbara Streisand and Tony Bennett have worked with these guys, and we'll talk about that.